Started out with my 1969 Chevy pickup that I bought brand new in January of 1969. I sold it and bought it back, and now I'm in the process of restoring it ground up. I've taken every bolt and nut and everything else totally loose, stripped the frame down to absolutely nothing, had it all sandblasted and repainted. Now I've reassembled the chassis with a brand new 383 GM Performance Parts engines, rated at 340 horsepower, 435 pounds of torque. I have changed the transmission and transfer case. I put a transmission out of a 1978 one-ton Chevy, but they're exactly the same as a 3/4. It's a GM 435. The transfer case is also out of that truck, and that's a new process 205. The reason I changed transfer cases was because the original was very noisy. It was an old Rockwell, and it was bulletproof, but the new process 205 is also a gear-driven, bulletproof transfer case. I took a front end out of a 1983 GMC Suburban, and the reason I did that, I wanted to upgrade to disc brakes. I have changed the axle ratios, both front and back, to 3.9. It's got a Detroit locker in the rear end, which was there originally. And as you see, all the paint was stripped to bare metal. And I am going to have a show quality paint job put on it. All the interior will be totally redone. I will upgrade the interior from a custom truck to a custom sport truck. And by that I mean I'm going to put carpet in it. It's going to have fancier seat covers. I'm upgrading the dash, putting a tachometer in the instrument cluster, and everything inside and out, without exception of anything, has been totally redone. The only thing not stock on the appearance when I get done, it will have Alcoa aluminum wheels on it, and I will be putting probably a fairly aggressive tire on it because this truck is being built as a work truck in addition to showing. I have a gooseneck hitch installed. I have a frame mounted bumper hitch installed. I'm going to put airbag overloads on it. Originally it had a leaf spring overloads, but I'm now a proponent of the airbags, so that's what's going to go back on it. Some of the stuff I can't do till I actually get the thing put back together. I can't put the airbags on it till actually I get weight on it so I can get them positioned correctly. The chassis, the only thing I have to do on the chassis itself is have a drive shaft built, and I can't do that until I have the cab and fenders and everything installed back on it. So the bottom line is, if everything works out okay and the bank's got a lot of money to loan me, I hope to have this puppy going here this year. And that's very optimistic, but that's my goal, is to, by the end of this year, to be puttering up and down the highway. And right now, as of this date and what you see here with some of the parts I've got on the shelf, I've got a little better than 15 grand in it, and the way it looks right now, before it's all said and done, I'm probably going to have somewhere around 25 or 26,000, which will be a brand new truck. But a guy ought to be able to go out and buy a brand new one like that for 26,000. But we'll see. And right now, as we saw at the Barrett-Jackson this January, these vintage trucks, probably not as nice as this one's going to be. We saw one sell for 38,000. So I hope that my time and money will be well spent. I have been keeping track of every hour that I've spent on it. And when I'll get that all done, I'll multiply my hours by 50 cents, and that'll be my hourly rate for the labor. And tune in the next time, and hopefully, with the help of my son, we will put this puppy back together.